Hello and welcome. Right, I'm just checking me rig because it was played up this morning. Yes, right. So we're on Oberschwaben. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but I think it's not too far off. We have got, yeah, we've got a like. No, we've not done our own TMR, have we? I have also sort of done something a little bit different since this the other day. I wasn't going to come on, but to be honest, all my Let's Plays are all quite large, and I was feeling a bit delicate. I had a real lousy night last night, and I thought, oh, I really don't fancy any of the big ones. So we're on Oberschwaben, which is still not tiny, but yeah, so we all know it is the tiny animal silo. Ooh, so we do actually need to buy some at the minute because we haven't actually got any ready. That is right, we have got the self-sufficiency and... No, we were, yeah. Oh, we have actually got some of our own. So we're going to go grab a couple of loads because it seems that we've already grabbed that from out there. Oh, no, we need... This is the one we need. This is the... Yeah, I've got to do it this way. So we're going to grab a couple of this. It is August. And what have we actually... Oh, we've got the corn is the last one, isn't it, to do? And didn't we replant this or have we just prepped it? Grass growing. Oh, of course. Yeah. My bad. I'm catching up. Honestly, I'm with it now. I get it. Yeah, it's not too terrible. I've seen worse. It is quite amazing. Obviously, if you do this a few times, oh, it is amazing how on different Let's Plays. On different Let's Plays, this goes silver, and it's the same model. Why is it losing? If this is not a Giants issue and not me. Now, I've got news though. I have got two of my mods that have been rejected, but not rejected without chance to, like, basically fix the errors, which is all I ever really wanted, was just to, it should be in here somewhere. It was just the chance to actually, like, try to fix what I'd got, basically, like any other modder, just to, like, see, well, can I get this sorted? And I think I can. So... yeah, basically, that's all we've got to do, is now fix the mods. Now, obviously, having a lousy night's sleep, so I want to do it, I really do, but I thought, you've just not got it. You really, you can't be facing mod testing. And although at the time it seemed a really good idea to release about 7 mods at the same time on the mod hub, I'm now regretting it, because I've got a fix. If Giants carry on at this pace, I actually loaded 2 or 3 sort of like within the space of a short time, so, and if they're as thorough as they have been with these first 2 of like assassination list, then seriously I have got my work cut out. There is a lot of, like, some of it's petty, and I will say that, and I really do mean that it is, but I'm gonna say this too, the standards of mods now are really an awful lot different from when I remember in FS19, and I've got to be honest, I am going to... Let's just... Yeah, I know... I want to fill this right now, so that we literally filled, and then this is going to go over to the other small one. So we're going to fill it from here, because it's like speed, time. Time is of the essence. Your time is of the essence. My time is of the essence. That once we're just topping up, I think a couple of these a day will be more than adequate, because it's not like we've got a massive amount of cows either. So the minute, it's yeah, right, it's more about, yeah, let's fill this up quickly. Straw's enough for now. Slurry, manure, we have got some manure. Yeah, smashing. It is working. Yeah, I'm really sure. I do want to do the straw. You can see the straw's massive. It's, yeah, I need to take it into blender and project. No, let's not get technical. Yeah, I need to basically change the size. Yeah, let's keep it in English, really. Simplicity terms so we all understand and not start to use mod speak. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased because it's just the chance that you get as a modder is all I ever really wanted, was just the sort of like to stand up and but I do sort of think, obviously I was beginning to think Giants were never going to take any notice, so I thought, oh well, let's just release the whole lot. But now I have got Giants' attention and they're actually looking at the mods and assassinating them. I wish I'd released 1 or 2 at any one time, because I've got my work cut out now. I might have to stop releasing content for a week or something to get down the 2 that I've got. I might be exaggerating, but some of it requires Blender, like going back into Blender, and Blender's not my strong suit. I've got to be honest. I mean, I'm not terrible, but what I mean is I've cut corners, and I know I have, and obviously the thing is, those corners are now coming to bite me in the backside because I need to do things properly the Giants way. Now I realise that. Also, I cut corners in the early days, always with the foreknowledge that I'd have to learn the proper way to do things, and I have begun to do that thanks to FS Landscaping's tutorial. It sort of taught all of the bits and bobs that you really need to know Blender to do it and to take it to an i3D file. He doesn't use, like a lot of modders, doesn't use the Giants i3D exporter, but that doesn't really matter. It's still an i3D, it still works in the game. It's got more complex, better things for modders than the Giants i3D editor. Yeah, it's sort of almost like Giants tool that they have, but as modders you don't get access to the same level of tools as Giants. You know, we get like a sloppy seconds as the no, it's probably the wrong analogy. Yeah, it probably is, and I didn't mean that in a rude way either. Yeah, because there's a, yeah, I think there's a rude connotation to that, but there's also like a normal connotation, and I certainly didn't mean that in a bad way in that sort of sense. Just basically that, yeah, you really don't get the quality of the tools as it came out in a forum post by Giants once, which I took and thought, right, okay, well, you've let the cat out of the bag there, haven't you? So you've got better tools than the modders that you release it. Why is that? Because you wish your mods to be better than everyone else's. And it does sort of beg that claim of people talking about partners. See, partners usually on a level footing, so the modders are on an unequal footing. And yet, I've got to be honest, the modders for me make the game. Yeah, am I interested in the Giants mods, or am I interested in the modders mods? Usually the modders mods. But I do like, yeah, I've got to be honest, it is true. I usually find, and I'm sorry Giants if anybody is watching, but I usually find the base game at the very beginning hard and quite boring, and usually everything's very expensive, and it's very hard to make money legitimately because the Giants productions are so awful. The recipes are not realistic, and I've got to be honest, having done some research now for my soybean factory, vegetables as well. Vegetables are terrible, absolutely. I kept hoping all the way through FS22 that we were going to get a modder that was going to go and do something more realistic, and there was only one, but his prices were quite poor all the way through FS22, as in like they were all the same. You know, I will, yeah, I'm not slagging off the modder. It was the best attempt at less loss for anything vegetable related than any other that had gone before it. So but it was difficult to make money with it. It was. I did it on Elm Creek, and I had to bring sugar in to actually make a bit of cash. And sugar and oils are one of the few things that actually on the Giants productions are not too terrible. Yeah, they're the ones I would stick to. The wooden products from Silver Run also likewise. Actually, they were quite a nice surprise. Yes, I am going to like not totally sort of shout at, call out to Giants as like, yeah, that everything is terrible, because it's not that. It's just I speak as I find, really, and I'm a bit outspoken. I realise that, but I'm as bad with myself as I am with anybody else. I'm the first to call myself. I'm not like trying to be loud and audacious just to cause a stir or anything like that. So we want to be going through till September. We have done our animals, and we do want to be stopping to 9 o'clock, which means it's going to do that. We'll check the sales, then we'll feed our animals, and we shall. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, when is our produce? And what is this? We've already sold our produce, haven't we, really, to do what we've done now? Well, the grass is going to grow. I don't think we're going to get... No, we did say this was not going to be a cut this year. Although, is that a good idea? Oh, no, yeah, this is why. Because this was unequal, and it's only a little bit of a field. I know we've got that bit over there, but it's this one as well. This is going to be just... Yeah, we'll stick to what I said, because I think that was not a bad... All my life. Now that would be nice to own, but yeah, I think we will definitely buy and sell it though. We will. 270,000 is what we need. Yeah, I really do. I know I keep saying it. I really do like this feature. I think it's really useful, especially if you were a start from scratcher. I did say this when I actually did that. A bit of a go on this one. Right, let's just go over to the. Store. I did actually start it. I thought I had. Alright, so let's buy you. Yes, we don't want any additional costs because we will seriously lose. This is one of those where you're going to lose cash, isn't it? Will we? I think we can absorb 30,000. I don't think we can. We can't absorb. We're going to make 27,000 from the sale of that. If we add, if we like 300,000, we're going to lose it. So I'm not going to do it. Nope. Even though we've taken the loan, let's feed our animals. We can always pay the loan back. But I know for a fact, having done this quite a few times, that it's a really very bad idea to actually do that. So right now we should have some TMR of our own back in here now. Yes, I'm looking forward to this class being fixed because it really is a nice tractor. So we should really have some of our own now. That's more like it. Oh, I've still not fixed that, have I? How are we doing on, yeah, all of the bits and bobs for the animals? So it's not going down a lot. Which you 23, 27, Buffalo Milk, 2006. We did say this, and also the other thing is, we don't really want to be missing out on having the bionic because it's the I was going to say margarine. It's the butter. It's the butter that really is quite special. So really, the multiplication factor on that is quite amazing, even if you was only doing 1,000 litres. So let's stick the bionic dairy out. So it takes such a long time to pop. We're definitely not going to squeeze it down here. I think we're going to have it... Now then, the milk is that end. I think we'll stick it here if we can get away with it, because we do own the periphery. So let's grab a bionic. I don't think we ever need any more than a bionic for this, if I'm honest. I think bionic is sort of... it's fit. So, have I got two versions of the cement factory? Is that why one's broken? There we go, bionic dairy. Oh, we need to get rid of the. Yeah, I wanted to grab the sawdust, as I keep calling it, the sawdust. Do we just take that one out? I think, which means we need to like super strength it. This is too much to destroy though like that. We don't want to be destroyed. That's a lot of wood chips. And I'm only doing this not for the wood chips, but it is silly to destroy that. It really is an asset. The little tiny thing was bad enough, but yeah, not that much. That's just way too... Now we want to switch that off. Now then. Ooh, now this is going to be a bit of a trick. You need to get some speed up or you're going to stop. Yeah, I knew that's going to happen. I knew it. Right, okay. So, ooh, 172. I think that'll do. We'll get another one because it'll self-tip out. And then we shall rescue that, grab those wood chips, and we shall sell them in the back end. Because they are worth quite a bit. What did we do the others? Didn't we just leave a pile of it? Right, that is really getting in my way. Yeah, this is what I'm on about. It's lost all its colour. But on other Let's Plays, this is what I'm saying, the game isn't right, because that model is the same model pulling from exactly the same place as all of my others, and on some Let's Plays they're totally fine. So can you explain to me why the same mod is right on some Let's Plays and wrong in others? Because it makes no sense. Yeah, I've got my angle completely wrong for that. So let's leave this. I've also made a tiny silo, and I think it was this Let's Play that actually gave me the idea. So have we? We've not emptied it, have we? We need to. If we empty that completely out, I am going to do something special, because I've made a special thing that I'm going to take with me of a very similar material to what. Now we need to turn around before smashing the window, or netting. I think it's netting. I think. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the graphics on that now. I think it's an awful lot better. Obviously, it's still got scabby concrete, but that sort of goes with the. You see, that's what I say. It's not a lot though, is it, for a tree like that? Really? Ooh. Okay. Right. Fantastic. We do seem to have rather, yeah, we will get the farmyard sorted. It's early days. We've got buildings. We're not doing terribly badly either. So, right, bionic dairy, I believe, is what we were after. And sensibly, we were going to go for this area here. I'm not sure, though, if this was, I'm sure this was part of the periphery that we were allowed to use. But if not, we'll just go to the, just this edge here, which is ours. I'm really not trying to take liberties, as I sort of said. I really do. Yeah, so we need to like do B mode, and which means I'm going to have to do the raise up the land, because that's going to be like well up really. Now then, I'm going to take my own medicine. Yeah, the trick is with something like this is actually just to get a point like that, and then to go from that point and level to that point. Yeah, it is true. I was showing this a couple of sessions ago, and I thought, well, why don't you do this yourself then? Because half the time you don't do that. It's true. It is true. Yeah, it is. But the other thing is, it is actually learning. It's just, yeah. Do we level that? It doesn't really matter, does it? If we level that sort of like that, it'll still be. Then we need to. The other thing is, when you do something like this, you've got to come out further than you think, because if you soften the edge, it really will sort of cascade that quite badly. I think that's probably not the right term, but it'll it'll make it go bad quite quickly if you've got to do it really quite small, because it sort of really sucks the life out of it and sort of takes it down and takes it further back. As you can see, I'm almost at the grate again in places. So you really have got to give yourself enough of the land to work with, is what I've worked out as you're doing this. Yeah, and also the other thing is levels are what are required for this type of thing, so you've really got to be careful for this kind of trigger that you don't. Now this is an old school one as well. I'm trying to change all of these. Now have we got we've got BDBSSBs, haven't we? I'm sure we have. We've just never brought it across, I don't think. Or have we? No, we did. It's over up at the top. We could also, it's true, I must start to use those tanks as liquid tanks as they actually are, because it is true. Now then, I think we've got lots of water in this. Can we? Yeah, this is the only trouble with using these, filling them, and then like, because this is quite large, isn't it? But we haven't filled it. We are lucky, fortunate, fantastic. Let's get cracking. Yeah, it does look a bit lumpy as you approach it, and that's what I was saying. If you look closely, what you really, ideally, you'd go an awful lot more, but it's the cost. If you go out quite broadly, to do it properly, the broader you go, the better, really. But it's this side. That's the We also do need a mucky one too, I think. Right, and let's switch this. Ooh, it's getting us. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a. Oh, that's that. I didn't expect that actually. I didn't realise you was real. No, I thought it was a. Right, we need to. Yeah, we need to like super strength it, don't we? Really. Right, smashing. Right, let's switch that on. Another business. All right, so the most important thing of all, the buffalo mozzarella is good, and the 3 butter, yeah, is that the butter buffalo milk? Do we? I think we're just going to do those two. I do. I think we're going to leave that. It's not bad. It's double though. It is. I think we will. We will do it as well. It's not a terrible one really. Right. So it's September. Our harvest, I think, will be ready in the morning. I just want to. This is going to probably be a very short session because I'm just going to take this right to the harvest. Well, I think we could probably do the harvest. I think we could actually. So it is corn, which of course I'm trying to think. What did I say we were going to do? Corn is ready at the earliest tomorrow. Now it was planted early, so yeah, we were leaving that because that is going to rob us dry. And it looks like we're doing very well, but obviously I realise that we have actually got a loan, so we should really have paid that back. Yeah, it's me thinking, oh, we're doing really well. No, we're not. We just loaned an absolute fortune in cash from the bank. We're not doing well at all. Yeah, you've got to be very careful with those sales like that. They've got options that are expensive. Right, that's definitely ready. Ooh, now that, on the other hand, if we can get it for 113, really is not a bad idea. Yeah, now that's seriously not going to do too terrible. I think that's the 10,000 one, isn't it? I think that's the one we've got on Louisiana. It's a very nice. Yeah, it's only a small hold. Yeah, this is the one we've got in Louisiana. Yeah, the massive field on Louisiana, it's way too big for a 10,000 litre, but it's what we've got. We've had 2 years on the trot, so sell you, yes. Fantastic. And we will forgo that, and we will pay back our loan before we literally, like that one. That's the one we want. Repay. We're not going to have much left. We do need to. Not too bad, all things considered, though, really. Right, so we do need to grab a header for corn, don't we? Otherwise known as a corn header. Yeah. Right, so then I think we will. This is a beautiful. It really is a very nice harvester. We could ask the shop to deliver one on the edge of the field, and we can go on our own field at bottom, really. I am going to time-lapse this. I'm quite pleased with what we've achieved with this. Obviously, I'm sort of trying to time-lapse stroke, like not have a major, but we have done quite a lot of time-lapse because I'm trying to. I want the let's plays to flow, literally, so that we make progress quite quickly. Because I'm only focusing on the events on the farm, and I've always sort of played it like that. But I do think it does mean that we do make really good progress. So, let's get this ordered, and we will go straight into a time lapse. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. I know. Absolute Wally. Do you know, seriously, what were you thinking? Did say earlier, I had a lousy night's sleep. You're right, it is such a silly thing to make. I was just going on cost alone. I was thinking, oh, it's a lot cheaper than that one, as you do, but it is, but it's not really. Right, so these represent slightly better value, really. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, my bad. So we wasted £6 through my stupidity. No, it's a mistake. It's not. Stupidity would imply it was done through stupidity, which really it's done through. Oh, it matches as well. It's done through kindness. It really is one of those things. You would not make a mistake like that. In fact, I mean, obviously, I thought, oh, as I did it, as you like think, why am I not taking? And I'm like, well, this isn't sunflowers. It's not sunflowers. This is corn. Yeah. So you need a corn header. It is true, right. That's more like it. Right, I'm going to save my words. I'm going to do this myself as penance. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. I'm not sure as well. I was thinking about this. 20 odd tons of 20,000 litres. I've got to stop saying tons. 20,000 litres of corn. Obviously, didn't we do the barley? Let's just grab that. Wasted enough cash in that already. I know it's probably going to be only 1 litre if that. Because it usually is. Yeah, I'm not sure whether we're ready, because even the whiskey, you really do need like either honey or sugar, I think, to... Actually, I'm not sure I included the honey in it. I ought to do. I'm trying to use the honey as a natural sweetener in quite a few things. So that it's an easy way with the super duper bees that I've got, the big beehive, 4 beehives in one, that actually can really assist anything with natural sugar. Now, I don't think I've done that so far, but I think we could now. What can we do for now? Yeah, we're obviously making butter. We've got our... Yeah, what can we do in there? I think we can do... I think there is a mineral feed for corn as well. I think we ought to stick to this one last year. I do. Now, didn't we do the seeds for barley? Yes. Did we do it? We must have done. It's gone. No, it's not. It is there. Right, so I think we're going to do that. Let's do the seeds from barley, because it is a good little thing. Now, we do need slurry, but we've now got slurry. So I think the other thing is we will do, as we said, the mineral feed from wheat. We haven't got any more, but we have got the mineral feed. I don't know if I've ever done the corn one. I think we'll do this one last time, because we need this to input into to make the businesses we require, which means we need like more fields, because if we're going to do sugar, or if we're going to do the honey, and I am going to do the other one, then obviously I really do need to do that. So we've got a shed load of... Yeah, that's filled. Self-sufficiency's got an awful lot, 231,000 litres of TMR. We're not going to run out anytime soon. Got plenty of lime, a bit of digestate, which we knew that was going to be a bit of a problem. Got plenty of water. So what do we need to make the mineral feed from corn? We obviously need corn. That's definitely true. We've got straw. Have we got any straw in here still? A little bit. Right, so we do need to get the straw in off the fields to actually achieve this. Yeah, stones, I don't mind. It's only a tiny little bit. So we need corn, straw, digestate. Now, I don't mind. I'm not going to class the stones as an input, even though they are, because we have it's only a little bit. The real important things is the straw and the corn. So we need to buy the digestate, but we are providing the straw and the corn, which means we do need to get the straw in right now. We have actually got some stones, but it's not going to be enough. So I think we're going to leave it here, and next session we're going to get the straw in, but we shall run that across to that. So I think, yeah, this is about us. Obviously we've got some fields, but if we're doing sugar beets for sugar, or again, we've only got 81,000, so again we're not going to make any huge things. We've also ripped half of our field off. Literally, this field now is all grass. So next year, the digestate side of it, we will be able to do ourselves for like all of the things that the self-sufficiency does. This does struggle a little bit. It's quite a heavy trailer. Yeah, so I think we'll do this one last time, and then we really need a big field. Yeah, I mean, we're not doing terrible on those, but we're not... I think this is the thing that's going to set us going. And again, this is farm, isn't it, really? You can't... Rome wasn't built in a day. I often expect spectacular results. It doesn't always work like that. So we'll get the straw in next session. We could, I suppose, grab some stones in right now. We need to... It's only a little bit. We might actually have enough. If we have got... The corn and the straw need to be in equal measure to the digestate. So if we've got the corn, it's half of what the digestate needs to be double, if that makes any sense at all. So that means the corn is 19, so we need 40,000 litres of digestate. So that's what we need. Now, I do think we need to buy a mucky thing as well as the clean one. So I think we're going to buy... I am trying to do away with my... original to use my own model, even if it's not quite as pretty as the it is my own work, which I'm quite sort of pleased about. So I think it's the medium. Yeah, this is try to take over from that. It's the same size. It's a little bit too broad, I think. It'll do for now. It will. 14,777. I'm trying to replace... Oh, I'd forgotten about that. My bad. Let's reset that. Let's go grab that. So we'll grab the digestate for now, which means we need 3 loads of that next session. In fact, no, we'll grab one as we grab it, and then we'll grab the... Yeah, we'll do the rest of this the next session. We will. No, we didn't need to go down there. Or we could sort of technically sneak across. So, yeah, so we've got our straw, we've got the corn. So this is the last time we do need to send that header back as well, which we'll do on camera now. Grab 14,000. I don't think I've seen this since I last tweaked it. But I am trying now to stick to my own models. It is a bit like the flatbed. It's a bit rough and ready to begin with. Yeah, I think it works. I mean, as in like I've tweaked it a bit. But it should really. I don't think the attach is quite right. No, it's too far in. But it does work. And I do know that that wheel sits on the floor only at the time. It really is for stability. And I will also put the... Now I realise the secret of the brake for... Well, this one's actually alright. It doesn't wander. I don't understand why my flatbeds... Although it's a bit squat, isn't it, this one, really? So I suppose... But yeah, it doesn't wander. If I let go like that, it just sits on the ground. Whereas my flatbeds... It wanders forever into water, into all manner of things. So yeah, I think it needs to be a bit longer. I've gone a bit mad. Although it's very squat, I suppose. I have made it very broad, and it's not very high. But I think it could do with being a bit higher. So it is obviously does do all of these things as well. So we want digestate. We'll do the one. Oh, I don't think you've had a digestate. I think we'll have to do this next time because someone's forgot to put digestate in there. Yes, my bad. Ooh. Actually, yeah. Digestate's a funny one. It is. I might have to see how BDBSSB did his to actually get that to work. Or did I figure it out and I'm just being silly? I might have done it a long time ago. I couldn't figure it out, but I'm not sure... Whether digestate is special, as BDSB's actually got that on it there. Because that's actually quite special. It's not that easy to do. I struggled to do this. I kept on adding it. And it wouldn't do it. It really, yeah, we just need to look at it from the outside. He's managed to do digestate as well. Yeah, I couldn't manage to do that. I did everything else other than digestate, as you can see from my... Oh. That's slurry. You know, I did slurry. Slurry was okay. I mind you, I did struggle with slurry for a while, so I reckon... Yeah, I've just not added digest. I think I've just forgotten, so I will add this straight after this. I will. So we'll be doing that next session as well. So the grass is growing nicely, so we will have quite a large field of grass now. Right the way up to there. And the field is fairly well defined. You can certainly see where it is. So, and I know we've got to shift everything into the shed, but I think we should be all right. So the plan is, hopefully, that we will be buying field 49, which is 189,000. So, yeah, we've got these two. I mean, these are not... We can see how big the grass field is now. It really is, for you know, like the size of the fields, not a bad sort of size. So, yeah, Well, no, I don't think. I think we'll keep them separate. It's a bit bad. And 58 is more going to be for additional productions and things like that. Really, we're not going to do that again on the edge of the field. It's just that it's sort of. I always like to have the dairy next to the cows if possible, or even inside the cows. That can do that as well. So yeah, down to €73,000, but it is all ours. We paid the debt off. Oh, we did say we would like send the header back, didn't we? On camera, so let's actually keep our word. So we want to get rid of the what we Ipswich, New Holland header. It is. We do indeed. Fantastic. Now, we haven't got anything else, have we? We sent the other one back in disgust, wasting €6,000 of our own cash. Of course, we have bought the dirty tanker as well. So, in fact, I suppose there was an easy way to sort this, and that was to make that the clean one and the big one, the dirty one, because actually it sort of makes more sense that we do it that way around. So, do you know something? That's what we're going to do. It does make sense, because let's be honest, there's an awful lot more slurry and such like things than there is milk. So the milk one will do quite nice. I will do it though, but what I mean is, there was a time it was a real struggle to make the slurry. Actually, in the early days, it did not like you to stick slurry in a normal tanker. I can't remember what I had to do to actually make it work, or whether it didn't work in the early days because you weren't allowed to. And then Giants do change things. The game does become more advanced in time, where you have options that you didn't have in the early days. So this really, in one fell swoop, should be okay. Yeah, I do like this. Very nice. And of course we can lock the trailer as well if we so wish, but so far we've not really needed to. So I am pleased when I think where we came from and where we got to with only the self-sufficiency and the mineral feed. Really, I'm quite pleased with what we've achieved. So it does sort of show that you can, with one business, sort of get the start of where you need to go to. So yeah, we just missed a bit, that's all. Right, so I am this time honestly going. Yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.